Hello everyone, how's it going? Today we are working on, let's go look at our roadmap. We're looking on an edit barcode UI. And that's not actually what we're doing. We got some time that we've moved ahead. That's kind of what we're working on. It's gonna be mixed. What we're actually working on is we are working on coming up with some app design here. And the best way to do app design, I find, is to just steal things from other people. No, maybe not the best way of wording that. The best way to do app design is to take inspiration from what other people have done that is very good. So I took some screenshots of some apps that are doing things that I think are kind of where I'm going with that. And we're going to kind of move from that into like, what are we actually building and what are we actually going to do? So I'm going to kind of take some of these things from here, and I took some screenshots. I took some app ideas and some apps that I liked, and what we're going to do from them. Yes, taking inspiration. That's exactly what we're doing. And yeah, that's what we're gonna grab. And y'all can see exactly what I had for breakfast today. Typos and everything. Had some private circumcision avocado. But yeah, that's what we're gonna work on. And I like these ideas. And so yeah, what I was looking for was I was really looking for things that had like floating cards type UI. Definitely some stuff that had like side by side pictures. This is also what I got going on over here. Compile dev is here, but now you have to go, so there. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna do that. We have a couple different pages that we gotta design. We gotta design the library. We've got to design, oops, that's not at all what I wanted to do. We gotta design the edit page. That's the page that we are supposed to be working on today. We've got to design the, really ultimately what we have to design is we have to design the like wallet editor. That's another thing I got to talk about. Somebody remind me to talk about the thing later. There's another thing that I got to talk about. Library, edit page, wallet editor. What all do we have left? We got to do Apple Watch design at some point, but home screen widgets. I don't really know how we're going to design that, but we're going to design it. Home screen widget. Adam Wolf designs zeroth. I do have to talk about the thing. We'll talk about the thing in a minute. Hold on. We'll get there. Is there any other page? Oh, the settings page. I don't know. We really need that right now? I don't know. Probably not, but whatever. We'll include that in the list. You know that thing? Yeah, I need to talk about it. Okay, we'll talk about it now. Hilariously, I just started working on this app. And it's like, okay, you know, one of the big things that I want to do is Apple Wallet export. That's a very important thing in this app that I want to talk about. The thing to which we are not privy. That is a proper chart. I like this chart. This is a good chart, right? It's a great chart. But the app, where was it at? Apple Wallet export. This is the thing that I really wanted to focus on because I had another article that I was cribbing from. It's not here. We'll have to find it later. We're gonna have to quit some of this stuff. Where is it going with this? Anyway, just today, then posted this article. Feature request. Let us manually add any ticket or pass to Apple Wallet on 9 to 5 Mac. And it's like, I'm building an app for that. Everybody, I'm building the app that you want, that you say on 9 to 5 Mac, let's have this app. So I found somebody who's like, they're dying to hear about this app. So I'm going to finish this app and then I'm going to go tell Ben Lovejoy, hey, I built the app that you said you wanted. And I actually started working on it 3 years ago, but shh, don't worry about that. That part's not important. I did finish that today. Adam Wolf also wants this app. Awesome. We should have this app. I'm hoping to get to a point where it's like have beta relatively soon. So that'll be exciting. If I can turn around and be like, hey, look, that app you wanted, I built that app just for you. Not really just for you. I built that app just for me, mostly for me. But anyway, so this person wants this app. I now know that there's at least some amount of market that is not just me. It's good. And it's somebody who has a press website, so that's also good. I know that press is not like the be all end all of marketing, but it's definitely a start. Okay, so we need to design our app here. And I've decided one thing that I'm going to do that I constantly make the mistake of in other apps that I'm not going to make this time is I'm going to design this in light mode. I don't love light mode. It's not my favorite, but it is the bulk of what people use. I'm going to design the app in light mode, and then we'll come up with a dark mode later. Design the app in light mode. Fine. We'll survive. Build the app in light mode. Let's go grab our inspiration. I know light mode is for the devil. I'm aware. I'm aware that light mode is for the devil. We're going to work on it. I'm realizing that I probably should not have my actual card balance. I know you all have seen it already. Like, I probably shouldn't be like showing off actual financial information on this stream. So we're gonna block this all out for the people that show up later. Hooray. Okay, but yeah, these are the app ideas, or the apps that I want to crib from. Yeah, definitely these like side-by-side cards. I like this idea. Clearly everybody loves the idea of having this default gray background, Apple included. Having the separate cards, yeah, I like this idea. I do like food noms using the colored backgrounds. And I think Reminders does something very similar as well. But I don't know how exactly we would pull that off with our code, with our design. It might be worth something looking into. But anyway, food noms and Apple both just have a plain white card. I think. Yeah, just a plain white card. A little bit of shadow. Craft has an actual border around it and a lot more shadow. Hey, Flask, how are you doing? But yeah, those are two options, two things to pull up. I like food noms having this like floating action button. I know that's not very iOS-y, but I do feel like it's a nice thing to have. Interestingly to me, both food noms and Craft have no titles for their tab bar items. That's a new one. Yes, Dad. I know you've been asking for that app for 3 years. I'm not building that app. Dad's texting me and saying, I want you to build this app. I'm not building that app. It's not happening. But yeah, I think these are thoughts. The other thing that I realized that I took only inspiration, redeems build dad's app. I took inspiration all for the library and I didn't really do any inspiration for the thing that I'm supposed to be working on tonight. But oh well. All right, what is our background color here? I want to grab that. I don't know that I can I do this where I do this and then, yeah, no, I can't switch pages. Wow, that's open. I need to know what this page is. Thank you for the follow, CA2 Software. And again, the sound's not working. That's fun. I'll reboot that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a background color that you can't see. And then we're gonna scan the background color here. And then we're gonna go use that same background color. Oh, whoops, I forgot to actually copy and paste it. F2, F2, F6. So here's our app background color. And so then I think Craft has a search bar up here. Apple has a search bar up top. It's not happening. That's how many channel points. It's not happening. What does that Apple search bar do? Should make it a community challenge. It's not I'm answering it right now. It is not happening. Okay, so the search bar on Apple's thing, it literally just drops down from the top and takes over everything. I don't know about that. I would prefer to have a search bar kind of like this one. Maybe we do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But then I think the other thing that I want to do, I want this design for the cards, which this is also kind of doing where you've got like the title up top and then maybe some more important information. I don't know. Let's start building this up. We want our safe area. Where are we putting our safe area? So we're just gonna no fill, no border. We're just gonna use this as like a placeholder. Oh, are we? Okay, there we go. I've also designed this for the iPhone 13 mini. This is a bad plan because I need to. Yeah, we're just gonna start over. Okay, we need our safe area, which can we get that from just Xcode? Actually, there's a very cool app. Is it Adaptivity, I think is what it's called. We're gonna pull that up. If I can find it. I don't currently have it installed on this device. We're gonna keep looking. App Store. Yeah, Adaptivity by Jeff Hackworth, who spells his name correctly. So you all know he's a great person. Let me show you this app. It's a very cool app. So what this app does is it basically just shows you all of the interesting information about like window metrics, kind of. based on the various settings that you have. So it's like this phone, 393 pixels wide, sorry, points wide. Readable content is only 361. You got the 16 pixel margin on either end. You got layout margins. Use long press. Okay, so this is what a context menu looks like. It has all of this information. Oops. But I can go in here and I can change different settings. Like, oh, status bar. No status bar. Oops. No status bar. And close that. Oh, now we don't have a status bar and we've got more safe area. Or I can say, what other things? Oh, I can force right to left layout. Cancel. No, I said cancel. Turn off prefers large titles. And then now I've got the smaller title. This is what my title bar would look like. I have the title bar. And you can see that it's now saying, oh, by the way, this is now only 98 points tall as opposed to the 150 or whatever it was before. I can change different things in here. I can turn on the keyboard. And it shows me exactly how much space I have due to the keyboard. I can do safe area. Yeah, this shows me where the safe areas are, stuff like that. Yeah, there's some very cool information in here. Hi, Manny. But yeah, I think that this is going to be interesting information because I think what we're going to want is maybe not the large title bar. What do we have in some of these other ones? We have this one really kind of almost does have the large title bar, but then it has a tiny title. Apples and Food Noms have the smaller title bar, and I think that's where I want to stick with. I want to stick with the smaller title bar. So that has a 98 pixel top. Let's start with that. So if we say this is the safe area, or rather the top safe area, that tells us where we can start designing. So if we do that, I kind of want to go with Apple's design of they don't have this scroll bar here. Or sorry, they don't have the nav bar. Food Noms has the nav bar up top. You can see that it's got the like hard break. I don't know that I want that. I want the nice design that these two have of just like there's no clear separation up there until you scroll. So we're going to start with that, and then so if we start there, let's put our nav bar in the top. It would be nice as if this thing also told me the spacing between these buttons, but we're not going to get that apparently. Apple and Craft both have black buttons. I haven't really decided on an accent color for Bark yet. So maybe we just also start with black. What do I want? SF symbols. We have a, so we have a plus up there now. But I also kind of want to just, oh, that's too big. We have the barcode scanner. Oh yeah, no, we were going to use the floating action button, weren't we? I'm second guessing all of my design decisions. This is what I'm doing here today. Seven, 17 pixel border. That's interesting. I'm gonna guess this is a 16 pixel border and then adjusted based on that. This is the way. So if we give ourselves a 16 pixel border, here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just give ourselves all kinds of safe areas. Left safe area. Maybe what we should do is we should just give these actual borders. Do we have... Yeah, we'll have to have... Well, okay, no. We don't have to have a bottom safe area. Because these have tab bar items. And we don't really have tab bar items. We don't really have a tab bar at all. So my guess is we actually don't need a safe area. What happens if I tell this? Can I tell this to not have a bottom bar? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm going to assume that I just can't. Because what I wanted was to see what the safe area is with just this bottom thing, but I guess we don't really have that. And I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? So if we do that, then we have just this. Snap that to there. Snap that to there. Ah. So then our safe area is just in here. So let's get a box in here. And then what I want to do in here, I want to kind of grab something like this and have just like almost a tag to the top of each of my bars. How big is this? How wide is this, I guess is the question. Each barcode would have like a tag on the top that says how big it is. Or sorry, it says its title. That says how big it is. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like trying to think and work at the same time. So 516 divided by 3, 172. That's a weird size, but again, I'm going to guess that that's just judged by something else. 172. 172. All right. So what I'm imagining is we have some kind of bar. So we have some kind of internal thing. So let's get another one right here. Let's say it's 8 pixels border. I don't know. I'm pulling that number completely out of my rear. But this is generally what I'm imagining, right? Is we've got a bar here. So this whole thing would be filled white and have some kind of border to it. And then this is where the actual barcode is going to be. And so if we give this a border radius of, say, 24, that's too aggressive. Give this a border radius of 16. And then we give this a border radius of 8. Like our barcode is in this area, and then we can have like a title up here and say like, this is gym membership. I have no idea where that font is because it's so large. There we go. We're gonna move it over here. Okay. Never remember which forms of these to use. This is SF Pro Text. Sure. I don't know. Regular. Black. It is probably not this font size. What a developer, apple.com, design, human interface guidelines, foundations, typography. It's almost like I've been to this thing before. Specifications. Default. I guess this would be a headline. So 17 pixel, 17 point symbol. Yeah, this looks gross. I don't like how this looks at all. This is what happens when you aren't actually as skilled as you could be. Can I... Here, hold on. We're gonna mess with something again real quick. I want to turn all of these normal sized. Now you all can't see what I'm doing, but we'll see what I'm doing in a minute. Hey, this guy, how you doing? All right, sorry. I don't... Things are not doing what I want them to do. Y'all can't even see how broken it is. There we go. Okay. Top secret stream? Yeah, exactly. You'll see it in a second. I'm just trying to fix stuff. Okay. All right, now everything's at 1x, so I don't have to divide anymore. All right. Yay, caramba. Okay. That was the problem because it was like, okay, I'm trying to like copy the font size and stuff. But if I have the font sizes here, then they're clearly not matching up. But they wouldn't have matched up because they were 3 times the size. Now they should match up a little bit better. I set this to 15. That's too small. Is it really just a 16-point thing? I mean, that looks pretty dang smack on, doesn't it? So I'm basically just trying to like copy from here. What do we have here? Actually, can I just copy this here? So like, let's just, nope. Group up this whole thing. I'm gonna paste that over here. Yep. I drag. I mean, it is funny that I'm kind of going like, kind of doing the Homer Simpson, what's the word I'm looking for? The like, the barbecue thing. That's one nice barbecue. So why doesn't mine look like that? That's basically what I'm doing right now. I mean, I don't think I want to keep this. I don't want that border that this thing has. But maybe just to make it look right now, we give it that border. We give it a border. Okay, so they, for one thing, they have a way tighter corner radius. Say way tighter, it may not be way tighter. Be 10. Problem is I don't think I'm quite aligned with them. That, can I make this whole thing slightly translucent? That's more than slightly translucent, but we'll get there. Is that about right? Seems like it's a little not enough. 12? Yeah, let's call it 12 there. Okay, and then their title. Oh, way more. Look at that. Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay. Okay, so if we bring that back now to full opacity. Yeah, okay, so this still feels really tight. And I mean, part of that problem is going to be that, yeah, everything needs to line up with this. So it's basically going to be, we need that to come in. And then, so we need it to come in. -4 again. More like that. Hey, good night, donuts. So interestingly, they have like a bar in between. So they have the title, then they have the like tag of what thing it's in. And I think we are going to have something like this. My thought is kind of like that might be the geofencing, that might be like whatever the trigger is for it. So it might have like the location, it might have a time, it might have a whatever, but I think we are going to have something like this in there. And so maybe we should put that in there. The problem is, okay, so this doesn't have... What I'm wondering is, does this have... I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me. Is there a world in which this... I'm trying to say what I want to say, and I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. This is a big problem. What I'm imagining is... Yeah, I'm blanking on what I'm trying to say here. Design is hard. That's what I'm really trying to say here. As a mobile dev, is it normal in your experience to be responsible for app data analysis, regular checkups on metrics via internal database and Excel? It is responsible is a big word. I find that it is normal to be expected to be aware of them. I don't think that it's normal for it to be a case where you are the primary owner of it. It depends on how big of a company you're working at, I guess, would be part of it. Obviously in a smaller company, everybody has more shoes to fill. But no, I don't think I would typically expect somebody to be responsible for it, but I would expect to see people being... Also, wait, what kind of metrics are you talking about? Are you talking about like product metrics, like how successful the app is, or are you talking about technical metrics, like the app is crashing? After 3 years, your manager told you you're now expected to do this. Like a 60-person company. I mean, 60-person company is pretty small. So I'm not surprised by it. Again, the question I think would also be technical metrics versus product metrics. But also, like, they probably should have told you before today. User engagement, revenue, and feature usage. You probably should have some amount of product manager around for that. That's ultimately responsible for it. But at a 60-person company, I'm not really surprised that you're supposed to be a little bit more hands-on with it. I mean, ultimately, yes, this is the final domain of a product owner, a product manager. But at a 60-person company, I think that they would make the ultimate decision, but you are probably going to be expected to be like the subject matter expert. I would say it's not normal, but it's not abnormal either. I think that it is a reasonable thing for you to be asked to be doing. Especially if you are kind of... Like, the idea would be that you are knowing this well enough to be able to answer questions to the product manager, who then in turn is responsible for like the final decisions. That would be my assumption of what your role probably should be in regards to these decisions. I would say it's not right for the product manager, since it sounds like you do have a product manager, to be completely out of the loop here. I think that it would be ultimately their role to be deciding on these kinds of things, but it's your role to be weighing in on them based on what you know about what the mobile app is specifically doing. Yeah, I mean, that's not really right. I mean, yes, product managers do sit in meetings all day. That is kind of their role. I mean, what it sounds like is, it sounds like you've got a startup that's pretty small and people are expected to handle more than what they would be expected to handle at a larger company. That's not what I wanted. Look at the ridiculous color of this thing. How do you like iOS? I like iOS quite a bit. I'm doing it for 16 years now, so starting to get the hang of it. This is clearly not F6, F6, F6. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm looking at... Yeah, there we go. Okay. You know, really, one of these days I should actually measure the things that I'm trying to do. What are we looking at here? It's about 10 pixels from the baseline? That's a weird number. How did this become black while I wasn't looking? Oh wow, these are actually closer to each other than I thought. No, they're further apart. Okay, I was right the first time. What's the job market like for a mobile dev with 16 years of experience? Not great right now. Not fantastic. It's definitely getting better though. You feel special hitting 3 years? Hey, I mean, any what's the word I'm looking for? Any milestone's a great one. I've done some Android in the past. It's not ever been a focus of mine, but it has been something that I've done in the past. Okay, this is starting to look good. Especially since we're not going to have this harsh border. What we're going to have is the barcode inside of here. Honestly, maybe we should get rid of that harsh border. Yeah, and this looks more like this. That doesn't look too bad at all. So let's, whoops, okay. Copy that whole thing back over. Now let's go over to the library. We grab that. Look at that. That almost looks like a real amp. Where's my... There we go. Actually, what I should probably do... Here, let's go... What is this? 174 by 235? Then I can convert this to a symbol. I remember what the shortcut for that is. Command Y. I was like hitting Command Control Y, Command Shift Y, all of the things, and it wasn't any of them. It's just literally just Command Y. Now if I do that, then I can grab that. And then I can do another one. Just pick a color, neon orange. Maybe later. And then what's great is I can go in here and I can be like, this is actually the store loyalty. And this one is at, I need to go grab my SF symbol again. 456 False Avenue. Yeah, there we go. And really, honestly, the other thing that I want is like, okay, so one of the other big ones that I want to support that I remembered the other day that I have not discussed on stream recently is when I go to see a movie at my local movie theater, there's a barcode for the ticket. And this barcode is like itty bitty, tiny little barcode. Hey, Tuist, how you doing? Tiny little barcode. And that barcode, you want to like show it to them and you're gonna like, hey, you've got to go find your email. Like, this is stupid. It's in your email. You got to go find the email that you want, etc. And then you go in there and you find it and it's like, okay, and then you got to go in this email. You got to like zoom it way up and it's like super pixelated and it's a pain in the butt. And then the person has to like scan it. No, I want to support this particular, what am I saying? I want to support this barcode in here so that you can go in there and you can just be like, this is the barcode that I want. Here it is. This is my movie ticket. The end. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to get at. Then I want to support movie tickets. Movie ticket. And then that's not a location, although it could also be a location. Shut up. What I want is like, if I put a clock in here, I can say like, oh, I want it to show. Isn't there like an old school clock? There was one that looked like an old alarm clock. Oh wait, maybe an alarm is the, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. And then I can say this is March 14th, 34. Yeah, we probably don't want the year. March 14th at 12 a.m. Something like that. I don't know. We'll workshop what that actual font looks like. But, or what that actual headline looks like, where it's not necessarily that. But yeah, that's the general idea, is that you would have maybe a entry that is different like that. Tukes needs a new book to read. Any recommendations? Do you mean technical book? Or do you just mean book in general? Do you want fiction recommendations? You want what kind of books do you like to read? In general? What kind of genres do you like? Okay, I'm feeling good about this. Our library looks like this. I do want to give him a little bit of shadow. Just a small shadow. That's way too much shadow. Non-fiction. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up my Goodreads profile on a different computer. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. I feel like I can give you some good recommendations. One of my favorite genres of nonfiction is the like, not a biography of a person, but like a biography of like a time. So if you've ever read any of Stephen Levy's books, those are generally pretty good. I mean, just go read any of Stephen Levy's books. There's my first recommendation. Hackers is his like most well-known one. That's a very good one. It's about like the MIT program that kind of formed like the free software foundations. It's like Richard Stallman and all of those people. Back in those days. That's a great book. He also has one called Inside the Googleplex, which is about the founding of Google. That's a great one. I'm trying to look at my books. How do I sort Goodreads by rating? Average rating. No, not average rating. I want my rating. Rating. Here we go. No, not number of ratings. Rating. Similar one, The Soul of a New Machine by Tracy Kidder, is about like the mini computer days, the DEC Corporation, DEC, and kind of building out machines like that. The Code Book by Simon Singh is a very good one. That's all about like cryptography over like from ancient Egypt to I don't think it goes all the way up to modern day, but it goes up to like at least Bletchley Park type era, the Enigma, that kind of thing. Yeah, Hackers, Heroes of the Computer Revolution by Stephen Levy. That's up there on my ratings. Hey, thank you for the follow, Preston Codes. And we still have no sound. I don't know why. We're not going to worry about that. We have sound from the cat sitting on the keyboard, but still going through things. Most of these. Oh, Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull, all about the start and like the early years of Pixar. That's a good one. If you've not read that one. Blood, Sweat, and Pixels by Jason Schreier. Another very similar. All of these, they're all on a theme. So if I'm just going to say another similar one, unless it's not a similar one, that's about video games. Masters of Doom. I haven't gotten there on that list. That's a good, great one. It's about the founding of id Software, creation of Doom, and then like how it fell apart. Kind of some of the early days of like Daikatana. Those good ones. That's a very good one that I have not gotten to yet in my list. Revolution in the Valley. That's by Andy Hertzfeld. It's about the creation of the Macintosh. Have I given you enough recommendations yet? Doom the game, yeah. Doom the game. Masters of Doom by David Kushner. And then last one, Dealers of Lightning. It's about Bell Labs. So the creation of Xerox PARC, all of that. Sorry, that's Xerox, not Bell Labs. There's another one about Bell Labs. Yeah, Dealers of Lightning is about Xerox PARC. Anyway, there's another one about Bell Labs, and I don't remember the name of that one. Is that where wizards stay up late? I literally just searched Bell Labs. The Idea Factory. Yeah, The Idea Factory is the one I was thinking of. There you go. There's like 20 books. I would say of those, my top recommendations would be Masters of Doom, Creativity Inc., and I feel like there's one other one where I went through there and I was like, yes, this is definitely a good one. Masters of Doom, Creativity Inc., and Hackers. Yeah. Hackers would be the third one. Masters of Doom, Creativity Inc., and Hackers. Those would be my 3 biggest recommendations. I feel like these shadows are still way too aggressive. Oh, whoops, I screwed up. I don't want to change the border. I want to change the shadow. Something like that. How's that look if we hide our safe areas? That's still pretty aggressive on that border, on that shadow. What did we decide the background? Was it like 96? I really want it to be very subtle. Maybe that? It's too subtle. Yeah, let's call it that for now. We can tweak it later if we feel like it. Oh, I know why this is so weird looking. This is going up beyond the bounds. That's our problem here. This needs to have a fixed width. Only go there. And same deal. There. And then yeah, this would split into multiple lines, but we've got too much text there. That's why that looks so weird. But let's just fix our injury here. Hooray! There we go. That's why that looked broken. Okay, I'm liking this. Now, the thing that I would really like to do, if I can figure out how to do it, this, I don't know what you call it, like a waterfall brick layout. What would you all call this kind of layout? Can I do that in SwiftUI? I don't want to use a third-party library. Lazy VGrid is used to create a grid layout. Grid item adaptive minimum 100 is used to ensure the items adapt to the available space, creating a flexible layout that resembles a waterfall or Pinterest-style layout. You can further customize the appearance and behavior of the grid. You might need to implement custom views and layout logic. I feel like this is not going to work. This doesn't do that, right? We're just gonna go make something fake real quick. Let's dump it in library. Oh, actually, library grid is already, yeah, it's already a lazy V grid. Hold up. This is already a lazy V grid. Columns. We gave it an adaptive of a minimum and maximum size. Yeah, look at this. Here, look, we're already basically doing what it told us it should be. That's terribly laid out. Don't worry about it. There we go. Okay. I love that we said minimum, maximum, and then we gave it the exact same value. That's interesting. But then, yeah, my concern is I want library cell to be basically different heights. And I don't think that that's going to work the way that I want it to. If I say library cell, and I give it a barcode, dang it, why am I running this on an actual device? Give me the one on the simulator. Why it's so slow. Okay. So if we go back to our library grid, we have these. Our library cell, this is what we need to clean up, but yeah, we have a preview barcode repository. Let's give this. So okay, here's what I want to do. So we have barcodes. Let's go ahead and grab 2 more barcodes. Beep, beep. Honestly, let's do 3 QR codes and a single EAN code. And then what I want to say is, like, I want my EAN code to be a different height. And let's start by giving our library cell a border. So we can see where these things are. Okay, let's say that if we have an EAN barcode, can you know? Is this what this is? Okay, here's part of our problem, is that this is an overlay, so it's not used to define a problem, or it's not used to define our view. Yeah, I don't want this to be a different height. What if we, yeah, let's do this. Private, yeah, private var height. Switch barcode.type. If it's an EAN, we're gonna say it's some value. If it's QR, say it's self.size. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna say self.size divided by 2. We're just trying to see if this works. We don't really care how it works. We want it to work. All right, let's go back and look at our grid. Yeah, that did nothing. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't use this here. Yeah, see, this is not doing the Pinterest layout. In order for that to happen, this would need to move this up here. Okay, so this is giving me a scroll view. It is a V stack. A V stack that contains a single H stack that contains two other V stacks. I feel like this might work, but and then it basically is like for all of the even items do this, for all of the odd items do that. And you definitely should never do this for each where you're filtering on the indices, but this could work. I feel like this is gonna look real bad if you have just by random chance. Like if you put all of the EAN ones on one side and all of the QR ones on the other side, this is gonna break. I have a feeling like this is just not gonna do what I want. We may have to resort to doing a custom layout here. Because yeah, if we do a custom layout, that shouldn't be too bad. As long as we know what the size of each item is, we can kind of just guess where the next one needs to go. Why is filtering on indices bad? Filtering on indices is not bad. Using indices as your ID for a for each is bad. Because you need to be representing the item in there and not its index. Because what you want to have happen is if your set of items changes, you want to update based on the item's identity and not based on where it happened to be at that point in the filter. So that's the problem. Is like if you change your set of items here, ID is no longer going to be pointing at the same item. Whereas that's exactly what you want, is you want ID to be pointing at the same item, not pointing at a different item that now happens to be in the same place in the list. That's the problem. I'm going to be right back. I need some water real bad. I can feel my throat starting to go. Blah. So I'll be right back. And we're going to, I don't want to try to build out this layout tonight, but we're going to maybe, we're going to think about how this could work. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we're going to need to do a custom layout in order to do this. So we're not going to... We're not going to do that, right? That is, I think, where we're going to end up with this. So I think where I want to finish tonight out is I maybe want to try to... I think I want to try to build that cell. Let's build out this cell. See what this looks like. And then yeah, just build out this basic library view. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna... Why do I have this split in here? I've been going that whole time. I don't know why that was like pulled up over here. Yeah, let's go create a new issue. We're gonna go, no, improve library design. We're gonna go drag that up. Oh wait, no. We're just gonna say we're working on that today. Tuesday, August 13th. Yep. Okay. Not check out when there are uncommitted changes. Oh yeah, all of this stuff that I've been doing to futz with this. Sure. Just stash it for now. All right. The first thing that I want to do is library. As a scroll view, a VStack, blah, 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 all of the things. What I want to do is I want this to have a background. And is there a color dot just like grouped background? No, of course not. That would make life too easy. I know there's like a list style that I can say grouped, right? And that would give me the background, but that's only if I have a list. I think really what I need is I need like a background. Is there a UI color for this? Grouped. System group background. Color. UI color. System group background. Yeah, see, that's what I want. So there's our background for the whole view. And then what I want is to update this library cell. So can I... Let's go back to our library cell. Here's what we're going to do. Okay. Here's our library cell. Let's go ahead and put this on... There we go. Ooh, all right, sweet. So we're going to put the cell over this. Okay. So what we have our VStack, we have a rounded rectangle, we have our text overlay. The other thing that I want, hold on. I realize that I've made a mistake. Am I being lazy here? Yes, I'm being lazy here. Shut up. Okay. This is what I want, because I want to be able to see the difference between the two. All right, so our library cell. We're going to kind of just throw away all of this for a minute. And actually, can I... I know, but I'm being weird and goofy. Don't worry about it. There we go. Okay. So what I want in this VStack, yeah, this is, I don't really want a VStack though, do I? What do I have in here? I've got a few. Shut up. 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. Okay, so my spacing is 14. Let's stick with that. Let's start there. Our spacing on everything is 14. So we have a barcode library cell title label. We have a library cell subtitle label. I guess we just need to call it that for now. We have a separator, and then we have the barcode image itself, and then the like background. Honestly, the background. Yeah, the background should be its own thing. Yeah, okay. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so we have a VStack. Yeah, alignment center. Let's just leave that there. We have our VStack alignment center. It's got padding of 14. Might as well just go ahead and say static let content padding 14. Okay. This has the padding, and then the background should be our library cell background, basically. So we'll go, we're just gonna put all of these in here for now. Struct library cell background. And for now, it's just color.white. Okay, we have something. This is a start. Okay, so our VStack is going to be library cell title, library cell subtitle, library cell separator, and then the barcode itself, which we already have called Kenny No. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's start building out our actual pieces. Struct library cell title view. It needs to take in a string, and then this is going to be text. Put that for now, and then we're just gonna get enough of this in here that we can get it to build, and then we'll go in and make it look the way that we want it to. There's our library cell subtitle. We're actually going to underscore this so that we know what we're putting in there. It's fine. And then our struct library cell separator, which we don't need at all. Var body is literally just going to be color dot red. I don't know. We want to have something in all of these. Okay, now these don't have titles, so that's fine. Did we put anything in here before? No, we just hard-coded the word title. Oh, here's a fun thing. Library cell subtitle is going to need to know what kind of type of thing it is. So you know what? We're just gonna put some stuff in here. Okay, here. 123 Fake Street. We're gonna put the other thing in there in something else. We'll deal with that in a minute. This almost needs to be its own VStack. That is a line leading, so that those texts go together. There we go. Perfect. Then we have our separator, then we have our image. Okay. Separator A needs to be the right color. So the thing that I haven't done yet, and I thought about this a second ago, and then I was like, I need to do this, but no, like, I need to have a design system module. Let's just go do that. I need my design system module. Oops, that is not at all what I wanted to do. Delete that. And then in here, I normally have like a colors.swift. And then we don't really have any tests. Let's just say there's no tests for the design system right now. Now we go back to Emacs. We can, what's one of our other ones? Barcodes. Okay, so we're gonna create a new one that is design system. Swift. And then we're going to get rid of the test target. We have no test target. And then go to our project.swift file. We're just going to add that in here. Then we need to go to our library.swift file. And we need that one. We need to import our design system. You had to leave before the startup screen ended. What's happened? We designed a new look for the barcodes. Now we're implementing that look. Something that I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to try to do like a custom layout for this look. But right now we're just going to do the new cell itself. I'm expecting to not be here too much longer because I think Nutter's going to stream tonight. I still hope he's streaming tonight. And if he does, then we're going to raid over to him. But yeah, we're going to work on getting this design done tonight. We were stealing inspiration from a couple different things. It seems like we mostly ended up cribbing from craft. I honestly expected to mostly end up being cribbing from food noms, but you know, sometimes things don't go exactly as you planned. But yeah, that's what we've done so far, KNH. And yes, you did some variable names, so we're gonna get some variable names in here. I just did Adam Wolf. All right, so those apps look like good ones to steal fun. Yeah, I was basically, so I had to go to a meeting downtown today. Such a stupid meeting. So the thing, the plot of the meeting was, because I left Chewy, I have a 401k, and I needed to move the 401k, or hold on to the 401k, not Wing Luke. That did not happen. So they want, Fidelity wanted me to move my 401k. Anyway, yada yada yada. Not an important thing. I've done this in the past. I have gone and just like, okay, move your 401k to rollover IRA, magic, whatever. You just click a couple buttons or whatever. They said, okay, you know, because you're going and you're not immediately going to another thing, we want to talk about your options, yada yada yada. Let's set you up with a investment advisor and you go talk to them in person. Go downtown, talk to them in person. I go down there and he's like, okay, you know, like here's your options. And I was like, yeah, I know these were my 4 options. Like, this is what I normally do. And he's like, yeah, that's what I would recommend to you too. Okay, let's just do that then. All right, let's do that. And then he gets on the phone with one of these other people. And it's like, so the thing was, we already had this discussion as to what I was going to do. Then you told me to go into the office. And then I get into this office. I go all the way downtown to this office. And you get on the phone with somebody else. I could have just gotten on the phone with that other person from home. I didn't need to come downtown to get on the phone with somebody else to roll it over into a life insurance policy. So anyway, the idea was, or the long and short of this is, yeah, I spent, you know, a good amount of time on the bus downtown and back, just to get on the phone with somebody. And anyway, the time that I spent on the bus, I was just looking through all of my apps going, hey, which of these apps should I copy app ideas from? And those were the 3 that I came up with. Hey, Nutterfy's live. We're gonna get these colors in place and then we'll go raid Nutterfy. Although I wouldn't fault y'all for just abandoning me right now. Anyway, I gotta give somebody the chance to go get the first before me. Wait, what am I doing? This is why this isn't working. UI kit. They are withholding $25. I have no idea what that's all about. But they are withholding $25 for no good reason. Is there actually a separator color? There, oh, sweet. Look at that. At least it's not 25%. Yeah, exactly. No, it's $25. It's like, why $25? Makes no sense to me. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, is I want this. Okay, so we have a system background color. I mean, honestly, most of what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the standard system colors for this app, I think. But at least it makes sense to have them bound like that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me. Okay. Color dot separator. Oh, we need to import design system, don't we? Also, did I ever actually... Yeah, no, I never actually generated the file after I did this, didn't I? I saved all of these and then I forgot to actually generate the file. There we go. Okay, so now we have this. Oops, that was not the button I wanted to hit. Static method build expression requires that I give up on that whole sentence. Oh, I know why this isn't working. Because this needs to be a public extension. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is color separator, and then we're gonna say it is a height, no, frame height. That is not the right color separator at all. We'll come up with a better color. Give up on saying words. Kitty no needs a frame height. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, there we go. That's closer to what we're looking for. Okay. Yeah, I think the next thing is we want to... I want to see what Kitty no border is. Why can I not type anymore? Jesus. Border color.red. Yeah, why is there so much space around that QR code? I have a problem with that. That'll be a problem that we can deal with later. But yeah, that is the general idea of what we're trying to do. Let's go fix up our font sizes and stuff. This is this. Okay, so secondary is a color. Oops, that's not what I wanted. This should be that. There we go. That, and then so this is font. Now what's weird is they had a font that was like 16 pixels, which is call out, but then it was semi-bold. That. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then what was the font size for this? The original source, 13. So that is footnote. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, the other thing that I want is this needs to be, yeah, this needs to be this. This is where we have a problem. Hey, Mono. Why is this not building anymore? Okay, I know why this isn't building anymore because we haven't done this. Image, system, name, and then what was it? Map pin. That was not the final one. How goes the bark? We are working on updating the cell style, and we're almost done with that. Look at this. This is what we designed it. We designed it over here, and now we're implementing parts of it, and then we're gonna go raid Nutter. But we're gonna start by here. Oh, wild mono appears. Oh yeah, I still need to fix fonts. I don't really have anywhere to use fonts though. I mean, I guess I could rename these text fonts. I don't really have anywhere to use colors. As symbols. Map, pin, and ellipse. That was what we were looking for. Come in here. Let's rename the text one at least twice. We have from no hat changes in stream yet. Yep, nope, no hat changes. Oh, you just. Oh yeah, sound isn't working for some reason. Did I? Oh, it's because it's coming out of my display speakers and also not the thing. Okay, well, I'm gonna just reach over and I'm gonna grab the top hat. Not looking, and it is the Apple hat. You got that immediately after I took my headphones off. You played yourself. That is fine. Yeah, it is now. Let guard case. Sorry, let guard case dot barcode var. Should we get a top hat? No, Mono says I should get a top hat so that I can wear the top hat on stream. I don't currently have a top hat. Ooh, a Sherlock Holmes hat. What's the term? It's like a deer hunter hat or something like, right? Deer hunter hat. Deer stalker hat. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. Because of the cap's popular association with the fictional detective Sherlock Holmes, it has become stereotypical headgear for a detective. Oh, I'll get the top hat from the box. Yeah, okay. That's that. I just like reached over and grabbed the hat that was on the top. But I'm with you on I should get a top hat. Hey, thank you for the celebration, Uno Brandon. I should also get a top hat. This one is called Dinner Type by K&H. Subtitle of the barcode as in. I'm just gonna say subtitle trigger of the barcode. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so these for the people who missed earlier, it's gonna have the ability to like, when is this barcode important? And we have two different options. One is a date time and one is a location. And so that will be what shows up here. For now, we're just putting that. Okay, yeah. I need to fix this separator color, but that is a problem for, I mean, probably right now, but deal with it in a minute. Okay, color.white. This is probably actually going to be like background. Yeah, we actually have no background, do we? Color.white for now. Which, well, static let cell background equals color.white. And then what we want to do is like, we want to give it a corner radius. It says this is deprecated. Use clip shape or fill instead. Well, that's no fun. Fill instead? So I guess what it's trying to say is instead I should do rounded rectangle, corner radius. What do we give our corner radius? It was like 14, 12, something. Why can't I go to the right app? 13. That seems unlikely. I'm going to say 14. Yeah, 14. Fill. Cell background. Color that cell background. Summon Coach Connie there knitting veterans for a Deerstalker hat. I think the problem is here. Notify streaming, so he can't tell us anything. Cannot convert color to expected argument type stroke. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I was gonna say, I don't think you can fill and stroke the same thing. Because, like, both of those turn it into an actual view. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I am wrong. Okay, never mind. Then I need a cell border. Color. I need my hex color definition thing. I definitely have that in highlighter. Apparently I did not copy it. There was something that I was working on the other day that I had a version of it that worked in Swift UI color. While we're here, we might as well get that separator color too. F6, F6, F6. And so then our stroke border is color.cell border. There we go. Starting to look about right. And then let's go to sketch again. And we need our shadow. Is this? These colors are so similar. I should probably just pick one between the two. I don't know. Let's leave it as is, and then maybe we switch it up to see what happens. So then we have this whole thing, and then we want to say shadow, color, shadow, all of the things. Color, radius, X, Y. Color, color dot cell shadow, radius. 16. X is 0 and Y is 2. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, now what happens if I just swap it out for border? I legitimately can't tell if anything changed. Okay, I'm gonna just pick that one color. Okay, so it's gonna be cell border. It's just gonna be the same. We're gonna get rid of cell shadow as a thing. Okay, so Yeah, let's drop this red border that we don't need anymore. I mean, I think it is clear that we need to do something with a QR code being weird right now. But this is what our items are going to look like. I think that looks good. Oh, there is one thing. Hold, please. Dot, clip, shape, rounded rectangle, corner size, 14. Side. Oh, won't that work? Corner radius, 14. Yeah, basically that. That's what I want it to look like. Okay. Or actually, no. I actually kind of liked how it looked before. Also, is that the corner radius that we went with before? I don't think it was. This is 8, not 14. I don't know. I may play with that one. I'm not convinced. But anyway. I think we're good for now. So yeah. Why don't we go ahead and raid Senor Nutrify. And see what he's up to. Yeah, that's what we did tonight. Tomorrow I should have a lot more time to actually be online because I don't have to go downtown for stupid reasons. And yeah, we'll work on this. I think we're gonna work on a little bit of the layout here. We're gonna work on the edit barcode UI. I need to spend time figuring out what that looks like. I need to steal more stuff from more people. And yeah, we'll figure that out. And that'll be tomorrow. That's what we'll do. Why does this still say that today's the 12th? Do I need to refresh this page? Yes, a Gantt chart. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're in the middle of this one. Yeah, but tomorrow we're gonna start on the edit barcode UI. Maybe do a little bit more of improved library design. But yeah, we're working our way through. Thank you all for watching. Have a great evening. Let's go raid Mr. Nutter. Yep. See y'all over there. Good night.